Sooner Scoop HD.
Obviously did most of your work at the combine. So what did you hope to achieve today?
Basically just position work, run routes, show what I can do. It was nice, scouts asked me to do different things that they wanted to see me do, so I was able to do that. And it's just more personalized workout than it was at the combine, so that's always like pretty good.
How'd you feel like it went overall?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel real good just to be able to show my skill set, what I can do on the field. Punt return too. I did a bunch of punt return drills and receiver drills, so I feel good about everything.
I don't think I saw every ball that came your way, but it looked like you caught everything.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Did you catch everything on punt?
Yeah,
So that's got to make you feel
yeah.
good.
It felt great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously at OU you weren't asked to do a whole lot in terms of running routes, but how important was that to show today?
It's important, we just run a different type of offense at OU. We don't run the standardized NFL offense. We're kind of spread out, run different routes. So just to be able to show my versatility inside, outside, did it both today. Been doing it for the last 3 years I've been here. So it's just kind of, I've known it. Coaches have known it, players known it. So just to be able to come out here and show the scouts, it's been pretty good.
Was it like breaking the rust off or something?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just another day in the office.
Do you feel like they kind of minimize the amount of routes that you run as far as, they talk about, you say like you didn't run a lot of routes at Oklahoma, right? Is there a set number of routes that you guys have specifically that fit into the NFL?
I feel like all of it can fit. It's just the type of OC you have. Especially transferring from Levy's offense to Coach Riley's offense, or from Coach Riley's offense to Levy's offense. It's completely different. It's night and day. And with Levy, we have a bunch of option routes, which, teams in the NFL have it too, just being on Zoom and meeting with them. So, you got like reporters asking me like about my route tree and stuff. And, the NFL guys, like the coaches and buildings and stuff, they know exactly what they're looking at, what kind of offense we ran. They have direct communication with them. But, it's just like, college and the league's going to be the same thing. Different places are going to run different routes. A lot of the concepts are the same. So, just is what it is.
Did it help that you ran a different offense, Lincoln Riley to Levy's, in terms of just showing them you can learn some different stuff?
I feel like it did. Even from that standpoint on the field, I feel like off the field, just the kind of like the verbalization, the different language they like to use, different mindsets. You're talking about probably two of the best OCs in the country right now, especially at the college level. So just to be able to learn from both of them, I think it helped my game tremendously. Different things I'm seeing, different things they're seeing, just to be able to sit in the office and learn with them. And then Dylan Gabriel, when I was there last year, he's already been in the offense, being able to talk to him, what he sees, what he knows, what plays do what. So I think it helped like my growth as a football player mentally, like a lot.
You're good at the tough catch. How much did that help you in your college stuff?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Right now people are saying I play bigger than I actually am, so that's a huge thing. Just to be able to show I can do like the gritty plays, go up and get it through a bigger defender, taller defender, thicker defender. It definitely helps at the next level. That's what they're looking for. Especially the NFL. Sometimes you're going to be wide open, sometimes you're not. You still got to make the play.
How tough was the decision to go ahead and declare?
Yeah, it's a real tough decision. It was getting at me, especially at the bowl game. That was probably one of my most emotional moments like recently, just being out there. It could have been the last time, I wasn't sure yet. So just soaking up that trip, and then got home, had a lot of stuff to think about. And then, the changes here, just talked to the people in my life, prayed about it a lot, and ultimately just drew my heart to, go in the draft.
Was there anything that ultimately swayed you to think that's the right decision for me?
I've been coming like really content with it, just being back, like, I definitely made the right decision, like I feel good about it. Of course I wanted, Coach LaDamian Washington to be here if I did come back, but that wasn't a guarantee at the time, which I get, it's a business. But, Coach Emmett Jones, he recruited me coming out of high school too, so I had a good relationship with him. It's good to see him around. The guys love him. So, everything's going right, but I just felt like it was my time to go ahead and take the next step in my life.
Have there been moments along the way of this process since you made the decision that make you think, okay, this was the right thing to do?
Yeah, for sure. It's both ways.
Stuff you miss?
Yeah, I think I'm like a huge like people person, so just being around the guys, it feels great. We miss them, of course, and hanging out with my roommates, stuff like that, just college stuff. It's fun, but been back home, training and stuff like that, and it's cool, being back down the street from your parents, all that stuff, but it's not the same as living with your like friends in college.
Yeah.
Your college days, in other words.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sad it's gone, but I still got some living up to do.
You didn't say you moved back in with your parents, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
With my parents. There's no way I was going to do that.
You,
sure.
You turned heads with your 40 at the combine. Did you feel like today was a chance, now that you have their attention, to kind of take it that next step? Show what
Oh
you
yeah,
can do?
for sure. Ever since the combine, things have like blown up for me. A lot of teams just wanted to see how fast I can run, which I did that greatly, especially just the way all the receivers ran, just me coming out with, I think, the 4th or 5th fastest 40 in the combine, was a huge thing for me. And then there's, route running, like little things I can just take away. I feel like I showed it great out here. So, we'll see how it goes after this with teams and stuff like that.
Did you feel like there was a stigma just kind of with your size to be a slot, and you got to show them?
Oh, yeah, for
that you're
sure.
Not just a slot?
Honestly, I think there's a lot of understanding with that because I met with a bunch of teams and they're talking about, I'm going to play both just because, here it's been 50-50, whether it's with Levy or Link. It's been 50-50, with injuries, stuff like that, moving me outside, inside. So I think they both know I can do both, every team. But basically just kind of like finding like doing those tune things, tuning up routes, stuff like that, both inside and outside. Just proving to them, they can see with their own eyes I can do both. I feel like that was great today.
How much does it help us, the punt returning, if they get 2 players in one?
Yeah, for sure. Punt returning helps a lot. A lot of teams are telling me they're looking for a returner. Special teams is a huge asset, especially NFL, talking about contract-wise and just job security-wise. Not only me doing punt return, but having done kick return at OU and also been a gunner for a little bit at OU too, with Coach Nunez. So being able to show all that, show I've been on film, them knowing I've done it in the past, it's great.
I'm going to play dumb for a sec. Did you return any punts at OU?
I played return every punt since I've been here.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, but so you've got that on film
Yeah,
already. You
for
didn't
sure.
have, did you feel
like-
like you have to show anything
Not
out
at
here?
all. Not at all. I've done it all years, all 3 years, except for my first ever rep. It's a funny story because we had Coach Beamer at the time, special teams coach, and Charleston Rambo was like the older guy, and Coach DeMarco Murray told me I was starting. This is before we played Murray State my freshman year, and I was scared out of my mind to go out there. I was nervous, everything. I wouldn't say anything, but I was just so tensed up. And Coach Beamer told me yeah, Rambo's gonna get the first one, and then I go out there and get the second one. Punt return's a huge isolated thing.
Yeah.
So I'm out there just shaking, and I catch it and return it for maybe 20, 30 yards, and after that I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
You were around him for obviously the last couple of years. How ready do you think Jaleel is to kind of step into
Oh,
that
yeah,
number
for
one?
sure. Jaleel's just a freak football player. Whether that's playing receiver, playing running back, which he did a lot last year. Dude can also block like a tight end. So I think I came in Friday, went to their practice, I want to say Saturday. It was a little practice they had in the stadium. And Jaleel looks if you ask me, he looks at least 15 pounds thicker. Dude looks like he's really cut up. So it's good for him. I'm ready to see him take that next step, mentally, physically, and just can't wait to watch him ball out. Dude's been working his tail off since I've been here. I'm just excited to see it work out for him.
You were good. Some receivers come in, they hit the ground running. You were one of those guys as a freshman. What does it take to do that? Because all these guys are good in high school. What does it take to be good at a place like Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I think it's just completely mental side of things. Physically, you have the traits. You can even say I didn't have the traits my freshman year. I was 160, 165 out there playing. So wasn't the biggest guy, definitely the smallest. Had to run fast so I didn't get hit. But, just mentally, taking it all in, whether that's workouts, showing that you belong every day in the meetings, just learning every play and just being ready to go out there when your number's called. Especially in practice, the less you mess up, the more they trust you to go out there. And I feel like that was my biggest thing with Coach Riley. So I barely messed up in practice, I always did the right thing. So he trusted me to go out there when it came time.
People always talk about the weird things you get asked in the combine. Can you describe one of the weirdest questions or weirdest thing you've been asked to do?
That's funny because none of it really stuck out to me. I feel like if you're an older guy, then you'll get more of that because you had the Senior Bowl too. But just sitting here thinking, I don't think I had a weird question. All of it was the same stuff, which got very irritating at one point. But they all asked me the same thing, just about my livelihood and stuff. But I don't think I got a weird question. I don't think I got a weird question. They asked you what you're gonna buy first, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't think I got a
So what are you going to buy first?
I don't know. Probably obviously I'm gonna stay somewhere, drive something. Nothing too crazy. Get some shoes. I'm gonna get some Crocs. I wear Crocs all the time.
Back to the Crocs.
Yeah, love the Crocs. I feel like that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna do anything crazy though.
What is it what is it y'all put on those?
Yeah, the little gibbets. Yeah,
Giblets,
I got
yeah.
the Cinnamon Toast Crocs on. A little bowl of cereal.
What's
I
the
love
most
them.
expensive pair of Crocs you could buy?
They get pretty expensive.
They
Because
do?
they have yeah. It's almost like a
Jordan?
collector type of thing.
ones.
Yeah, for
Collabs.
sure. Yeah, collabs, they definitely add up. Especially if it's older and it's really cool. They have some cool ones.
So,
I'm you know what,
vintage?
I'm not spending that much money on that. But
Sooner Scoop HD.